Alright, what's up my dudes? Welcome back to the channel. It's Moses Dude here. Today we're going to be talking about, not my plate carrier, but my helmet setup. So we're going to get into what I call the poor man's helmet. As you guys saw in the thumbnail and the title of this video, we're going to be talking about how I built my helmet setup for really cheap. So let's get into that. So guys, just a little disclaimer before we get into it. I am not Special Forces. I do not claim to be, and I never will be. Those guys are a lot tougher and harder than I am. But with that being said, we'll get into this helmet itself. Big shout out to Grunt Gear Review. He actually commented on my 13.7 video, or sorry, my 13.7 Rifleman loadout video. I had mentioned that I didn't have a helmet completely set up yet. I had the helmet itself, but didn't have any ear pro, so I didn't show it off in that video. So I appreciate him giving me the recommendations for these Howard Impact Sports. I believe it's Howard Lee Impact Sports, if I'm not mistaken. But I will leave a link to all these items. There's 3 items that you would have to get for this setup if you want to do this exact same one. But I'll leave those down in the description. The helmet was $53.99. The ARC adapters were, I believe, $25.99. And then the Impact Sports brought the adapters up to $75. It was like $74.99. So just under $130, you can get into a helmet setup just like this. It's real cheap. It's mainly for like just a bump helmet, they call them. Nothing too spectacular. It is really comfortable, I will say. It's basically like a bicycle helmet, if you will. Kind of gives that sort of protection. 22 would go right through this, in my opinion. Might have to test that out. But with that being said, the helmet itself is rather comfortable. Like I mentioned, the padding's really nice. But with these Howard Impact Sports, they're not too bad. Grunt Gear said that they might be a little uncomfortable, but I find with these ARC adapters, pushes them real tight into my ears and creates a nice seal. I was thinking about getting the gel ear protectors, or I guess the gel cups they call them, but I don't think that's necessary. These run on AAA batteries. They claim they have a battery life of 350 hours, but I'm gonna say that's false. I doubt they last that long. I just built this helmet. I haven't even shot with it yet, but I can tell you it is it's pretty nice as far as noise canceling and stuff like that goes. They say it's rated for 22 decibels. It's active, so right now it's muffled and I sound muffled, but I can cut the mic on. And it takes about 2 to 3 seconds for it to kick on. See, there it goes now. And I feel like I'm almost talking just at a normal tone of voice. And I can hear myself very clearly, which is really weird. You can see the 2 mics. They're right here, the little foam pieces. So I can tap those and kind of hear that in my ears. But yeah, it just sounds like I'm in my room and it's terrible acoustics. But I don't think that's the same thing on the mic itself. So I'm going to turn off my mic. Go the other way. Click. Turns that off. We're back to the active noise canceling, as earmuffs should do. But if you're at the range and you want a pair of earmuffs that are electronic, that you can carry on a normal conversation, but over, I believe it's 85 decibels, don't hold me to that, but I believe over 85 decibels, they kick in the noise canceling. So a gunshot would set off the noise canceling. One thing to note is that these Howard Lee Impact Sports come on like a normal headband. You do have to cut that headband and place it on these adapters for the ARC rails. So you lose the headband capability, but that's not really a big deal in my opinion because I was just going to keep them on the helmet itself. So like I said, guys, $130, you can get into something cheap like this. This would be a good helmet if you wanted to use for airsoft. I just wanted a helmet that I could have on ear protection. I'll probably still double up with like some foam or like some plugs or something like that with these on top, but I feel like I would be fine shooting like a 10.5 inch AR with something like this setup. So one thing to note is when it's on your head, it clears a rifle rather well. So let me grab that real quick. So when I mount my head on the rifle, has almost no interference. I can feel it right here a little bit, but as far as interference goes, like I can still see my sight picture and stuff like that. Obviously I got my covers on, but I can still make it out pretty well. Roll over to my 45-degree red dot, back to my scope. A little interference, but it's not bad, I must say. So, toss that back off to the side. So guys, that's the review of my poor man's helmet, if you will. I appreciate you guys watching. Always remember where you came from and to stay humble. Samosan Dude, we'll see you on the next video.